Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Government House. My name is Hugh Boreham and I'm the Governor's Official Secretary and I'll be the Master of Ceremonies this morning. This is the first of three ceremonies to present Australian honours, most of which were announced on the King's birthday holiday on the 10th of June. As we start, can I please ask that you put your mobile phones to silent? We do ask that there's no photography during the ceremony. There is an official photographer. You can take photographs after the ceremony in this room, anywhere else in the House, and there will be formal photographs with Her Excellency, but please not during the ceremony itself. The ceremony is being live streamed and will be available for subsequent viewing on our web page. Before we start, can I please ask you to join me in thanking Petty Officer Rory McKinnon from the Royal Australian Navy for his support with the music this morning. I'd now like to announce the arrival of the official party. They are the Honourable Andrea Michaels, MP, representing the Premier of South Australia, Commander Tony Ryder, Commanding Officer, HMAS Encounter, Brigadier Timothy Orders, Commander 9th Brigade and Army Area Representative, South Australia, Air Commodore Martin Nussio, representing the Senior Air Force Representative, South Australia, and Commissioner Grant Stevens, the Commissioner of Police. I'd also like to acknowledge the presence of Air Vice Marshal Jerry Van Leeuwen, AMCSM, representing the Chief of Air Force. I now announce the arrival of the Lieutenant Governor of South Australia, Dr. Richard Harris, and Mrs. Fiona Harris. And now, if you are able, can I ask you please to be upstanding for the arrival of Her Excellency the Governor and Mr. Bunton, and to remain standing for the playing of the Vice-Regal Salute.
Please be seated, everyone. I'm going to start in the way I always do, with an acknowledgement of country in the Kaurna language. Kaurna, Bogana Alia, Kaurna Miana Alia, Yaichimina Alia, Kumatana Yatananko, Nyatuna Tampandi, Kaurna Miana, Yaichi Atamatina, Pukininanku, Yalaka, Takaricha. I acknowledge that the land we're meeting on this morning is Kaurna country from the past, today and into the future, and I pay my respects to Aboriginal people, whether from Kaurna country or other lands and regions. Now, welcome everyone. It's so wonderful to see you this morning. Rod and I always look forward tremendously to these occasions. We want Government House to be a house that is felt by all South Australians to be somewhere where you feel at home. So whether you are here for the first time or whether you've been before, we hope today will be a day to remember for you. I want to start by congratulating those I'm about to invest with their insignia, their awards in the Order of Australia, and I want to congratulate you most warmly on your outstanding service and your exceptional achievements. For those who are here in support, you are by definition, those the recipients love most, those on whom they have relied most heavily. We hope that you will not only enjoy hearing about the service of the one you know best, but that you will also come to understand through hearing the citations read for everyone just what an extraordinary thing service in the Order of Australia is. It all adds up to something quite extraordinary, not only through the presence of the recipients and friends and family, but because as a society we recognise this. And we recognise it through the presence of Minister Michaels representing the Premier, through the presence of the Lieutenant Governor, through the service and SAPOL chiefs, And we also have with us today Noel Hender, who's a recipient of an Order of Australia Medal, but also the British Empire Medal, and he's representing the chair of the Order of Australia Association SA branch. So that's everyone who's here. We look forward very much to what's going to happen next, but before we get to that point, can I just point out that the recipients typically don't seek recognition. I've said before, and some of you have been before, that many of them, when they receive their emails from Government House in Canberra, the Secretariat, they assume it can't be for them and they delete it. And we've even got someone tomorrow who's written to me. He was here for a previous ceremony in a very different role. Tomorrow he'll be coming to receive an award. He had been amused by my speech, he wrote to me and told me, but he had still deleted the email when it came time for him. So everyone is very self-deprecating, that is understood. Also understood though is the reason they are here is because they were nominated by a fellow Australian. And I want to take the opportunity, while all of this is fresh in your mind, to encourage you, to encourage others and you yourself to think about nominating people who are deserving of this kind of recognition, people who've given outstanding service and whose achievements are exceptional. So please bear that in mind. And a final word for the recipients, please do wear the insignia which I will invest you with today. I wear my pin pretty much every day of the year, except when I'm gardening. I wear my medal. For recipients of companions in the Order of Australia, there's a neck decoration and a bow. I wear this on special occasions like today. And for evening wear, sometimes, not always, there are miniatures to be worn. So there are instructions about all of that. Please do take them to heart. I look forward to seeing you wearing your insignia next time I meet you. Now, Official Secretary, over to you.
Your Excellency. Your Excellency, the following recipients have been appointed members in the General Division of the Order of Australia. Professor Katina Denise is recognised for significant service to public health through translational research and policy and legislative reform. Professor Denise's career exemplifies a steadfast commitment to advancing public health through research, policy and community engagement. As a medical student, she undertook placements in a remote Aboriginal health centre and a disadvantaged community in South Africa. These experiences ignited a deep-seated commitment to pursue public health initiatives aimed at addressing broader health issues and disparities. Initially trained as a public health physician, Professor Denise completed a PhD in epidemiology, becoming a senior research fellow at the University of South Australia. She has held various influential roles within South Australian health, including as the inaugural Executive Director of the Prevention and Population Health Branch. Her leadership was particularly important during the COVID-19 pandemic, when she had a crucial role in guiding public health responses and strategies. Beyond her administrative roles, Professor Denise remains actively engaged in academia, serving as an adjunct professor of public health at the University of Adelaide's School of Public Health. Her research endeavours extend beyond conventional health concerns, emphasising the critical impact of social determinants such as education, employment, discrimination, and social participation on overall health outcomes. Professor Katina Denise. The late Dr. Arnold Gillespie is recognised for significant service to medicine, particularly as an advocate for voluntary assisted dying. His award will be accepted by his wife, Deborah, on behalf of the family. Dr. Gillespie's medical career began at the Royal Adelaide Hospital in 1974 as a gynaecologist. An advocate for women's health, he went on to establish the hospital's Women's Health Centre. While treating patients, Dr. Gillespie also witnessed firsthand the challenges faced by those with terminal illnesses. These experiences deeply affected him and motivated his lifelong dedication to achieving voluntary assisted dying legislation. Dr. Gillespie played pivotal roles in organisations including the South Australia Voluntary Euthanasia Society as Vice President of Voluntary Assisted Dying SA, and he was the founder and national convener of Doctors for Assisted Dying Choice. His leadership was instrumental in navigating the complexities of legislative reform and ensuring that terminally ill patients had the right to choose a dignified end. Dr. Gillespie was integral in developing educational programs for South Australian doctors participating in VAD, ensuring that healthcare professionals were equipped with the knowledge and sensitivity to support patients in their final decisions. With severe health complications towards the end of his own life, Dr. Gillespie passed with the assistance of voluntary assisted dying, surrounded by his family. The late Dr. Arnold Gillespie. Mr. Ted Walter Huber is recognised for significant service to defence through science and technology development. Excuse me. Mr. Huber's work in defence software and systems engineering has played a pivotal role in advancing Australia's defence capabilities. Established in 1992, Mr. Huber's company, Acacia Systems, specialises in designing and implementing advanced mission management systems and sensor trackers, essential components in military operations. His unique ability to translate theoretical concepts into practical systems has helped address critical challenges faced by sailors aboard submarines and surface ships. One of Acacia Systems' standout achievements is the Onyx Advanced Tracking Optimisation System, currently deployed in Australian air warfare destroyers. Developed for the Hobart class, the Onyx system provides a unified view of underwater activities, which improves the Navy's ability to detect and respond to submarine threats effectively. Another flagship project is the Reflex Data Management System, which has undergone upgrades and is now redeployed in Collins-class submarines. The Reflex system organises and presents mission data for the submarines, ensuring that crews and their commanders have clear information, enhancing submarine operations such as surveillance and defence. Mr. Huber's vision extends beyond Australia's borders, with Acacia Systems collaborating on projects globally, including ongoing partnerships in the United States and the United Kingdom. Mr. Ted Walter Huber. Your Excellency, the following recipients are awarded the Medal for Gallantry. The late Pilot Officer Warren Frank Cowan is recognised for acts of gallantry in action in hazardous circumstances on 22 July 1942 as the plane captain of Lockheed Hudson A-16-201. The award will be accepted by the late Pilot Officer's daughter, Mrs. Elizabeth Warren Buchanan, and Mr. Chris Buchanan on behalf of the family. At 31 years old, Angaston-born Pilot Officer Cowan and his crew died in air combat over New Guinea's northern beaches near Buna, the site of Japanese amphibious landings that were a prelude to the Kokoda campaign. During a daylight reconnaissance and ship shadowing action against the enemy-occupied Buna beachhead, Pilot Officer Cowan demonstrated superior piloting and leadership skills while making valiant attempts to defeat multiple attacking Zero aircraft. He manoeuvred his bomber into violent, high-speed turns, surprising the enemy by making repeated attacks. Eventually overwhelmed, the aircraft was crippled and crashed. Although killed in action in this engagement, Pilot Officer Cowan's tenacity and skill left a lasting impression on enemy forces. Many years later, a Japanese fighter involved in the battle wrote to Australian authorities recommending Pilot Officer Cowan and his crew receive a posthumous recognition for their efforts. The late Pilot Officer Warren Frank Cowan. The late Sergeant Laurie Edwin Sher is recognised for acts of gallantry in action in hazardous circumstances on 22 July 1942 as the aircraft gunner of Lockheed Hudson A-16-201. The award will be accepted by the late Sergeant's nephew, Mr. Timothy John Warnaker, on behalf of the family. At 20 years of age, New York-born Sergeant Sher died in air combat over New Guinea's northern beaches near Buna, along with plane captain, fellow South Australian, the late Pilot Officer Warren Cowan, and 2 fellow crew members. Displaying superior skills, Sergeant Sher worked to engage multiple Japanese Zero aircraft. Outnumbered by enemy aircraft, the crew distinguished themselves through their cohesive efforts to ensure that aircraft presented the most defiant attacking profile possible to defend against the repeated enemy attacks. A fine example of tenacity and skill, this engagement left a lasting war and post-war impression on the enemy and is in keeping with the finest traditions of the Royal Australian Air Force and the Australian Defence Force. The late Sergeant Laurie Edwin Sher. Your Excellency, the following recipients are awarded the Australian Police Medal. Chief Superintendent Scott Anthony Allison is recognised for outstanding service to South Australia Police. Chief Superintendent Allison's strategic innovations and practical solutions have strengthened SAPOL's operations, contributing to a safer South Australian community. As an inspector, Chief Superintendent Allison worked on a DNA implementation project to help broaden the scope of SAPOL's DNA collection and database management and improve the ability to solve crimes. At the State Intelligence Branch, he led SAPOL's efforts to secure the first criminal organisation declaration under the Serious and Organised Crime Control Act. He was also at the forefront of defining the concept and business case for the Mobile Workforce Program, which has advanced SAPOL's technological capabilities and improved service delivery to the community. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Chief Superintendent Allison's leadership was crucial in developing IT solutions that allowed 1,300 SAPOL staff to work remotely and ensure public safety operations continued. These accomplishments, along with his dedication to innovation and public service, led to his promotion to Chief Superintendent in mid-2020. Chief Superintendent Scott Anthony Allison. Senior Sergeant Heidi Maria Baldwin is recognised for outstanding service to South Australia Police. Senior Sergeant Baldwin has made significant contributions to South Australia Police and the broader law enforcement community through her work in intelligence systems, national training and counter-terrorism efforts. Initially serving in General Patrols and the Mounted Operations Unit, in 2005 she moved to a Metropolitan Field Intelligence role. In 2012, she took on a crucial role in a reform project for police record management systems, improving frontline access to information and warnings and officer safety. Known for her advanced techniques in intelligence gathering and analysis, law enforcement partners across Australia seek out Senior Sergeant Baldwin for her innovative approaches and deep knowledge of the field. She has been instrumental in national and state efforts to combat terrorism and violent extremism, and works collaboratively with partner agencies to develop and implement effective counter-terrorism strategies. Her efforts focus on building a strong network of intelligence officers and analysts who are equipped to address current and emerging threats. Senior Sergeant Heidi Maria Baldwin. Senior Sergeant First Class Richard James Arrington is recognised for outstanding service to South Australia Police. Senior Sergeant First Class Arrington has dedicated over 30 years to the safety and well-being of regional communities in South Australia, from Aldinga to Port Augusta and Port Lincoln. Since 2011, he has served as the officer in charge at Millicent Police Station, where he has become a key leader and advocate for community safety. Among his most significant achievements was the creation of Operation Texas, developed in response to the high level of water-related fatalities along the Limestone Coast. The initiative has significantly reduced deaths, increased safety compliance, and fostered interagency collaboration. In 2014, Senior Sergeant Arrington led the response to two major incidents, a tragic quadruple fatal crash and, just 8 days later, an emergency services crash involving personnel he knew. His leadership during these crises demonstrated his professional skills and compassionate support for the community. Senior Sergeant Arrington further exemplifies the importance of a police officer's role in the community through his involvement in the Wattle Range Suicide Prevention Network, the Millicent Men's Shed, and the Beachport Surf Lifesaving Club. Senior Sergeant, First Class, Richard James Arrington. Your Excellency, the following recipients are awarded the Medal of the Order of Australia in the General Division. Mr. David John Bryant is recognised for service to the community through a range of organisations. Mr. Bryant's contributions to the defence sector, Scouts SA, Freemasonry, and his support for mariners post-service are examples of a life dedicated to the community. At 17 years old, Mr. Bryant joined the Royal Australian Navy and was involved in numerous important naval operations and projects, including the commissioning of HMAS Otway and HMAS Orion. After retiring from active naval service, Mr. Bryant continued his career in submarines, joining the Collins-class submarine project as a test and trial coordinator, a role he held for 20 years. His commitment to the submarine community extended beyond his professional work when he helped establish the Submarines Association Australia to support former submariners. He has volunteered with Scouts SA for more than 30 years and currently serves as the Adelaide Foothill District's district leader, working to support Scouts and adult leaders in their roles. He has also been an esteemed member of the Freemasons since 1991 and has served as Worshipful Master on 2 occasions. Mr. David John Bryant. Mr. Alan James Coulter is recognised for service to community sport. Mr. Coulter's leadership, coaching skill and advocacy for athlete well-being have set a standard of excellence that has helped shape community sport in Renmark. Over the course of 47 years, Mr. Coulter was an instructor at the Renmark Rovers Club, Renmark Netball Club, Renmark Marathon Rowing Team, and Clinical Educator Personal Trainer Certificate 3 at TAFE SA. Mr. Coulter was manager of the Renmark Recreation Centre from 1984 to 2016, where he oversaw the development and improvement of the 2-court basketball, netball, volleyball and indoor soccer centre. The centre, also fully equipped with a gym and indoor heated pool, was renamed the Alan Coulter Recreation Centre in honour of his contributions. Mr. Coulter's interests in sport safety and his involvement as an examiner and sports trainer at the South Australian Sports Medicine Association reflected his dedication to ensuring athletes' well-being both on and off the field. Mr. Alan James Coulter. Mr. Alan Kimberfield is recognised for service to the community through music and to education. As a conductor and educator, Mr. Field has enriched South Australian cultural life through his leadership roles in various choral and arts organisations. From 1992 to 2010, Mr. Field served as President of the South Australian Country Choral Association, guiding the organisation to new heights and conducting numerous performances. He also served as President of the South Coast Choral and Arts Society for more than 4 decades, where he led rehearsals, orchestrated performances, and worked tirelessly to ensure that the society thrived. His dedication to music extended to the Adair Uniting Church, where he served as choir master and pianist for 30 years. In addition to his musical achievements, Mr. Field has made a significant impact on education in South Australia, including 22 years as a school principal. And for 34 years, he served as a teacher across various high schools, including Victor Harbour, Murray Bridge, and Glengarry. His passion for music inspired generations of students, fostering a love for the arts and academic excellence. Mr. Alan Kimberfield. Mr. Malcolm Ronald Hansen is recognised for service to the community through voluntary roles. Whether through his fundraising efforts with Rotary, his support for scientific exploration, or his conservation work as a ranger, Mr. Hansen's contributions have left a significant mark on South Australia. His coordination of the Campbelltown Rotary Outback experience has provided both adventure and support for Rotary's charitable missions, while his efforts with the Rotary Charity Shed have generated essential funds for various charitable causes. Along with his wife Valerie, Mr. Hansen has coordinated 20 expeditions for the Waterhouse Club, affiliated with the South Australian Museum, to support scientific research in remote and under-researched areas. His involvement with the Rotary Charity Shed, which raises up to $80,000 a year, has supported medical devices, educational programs, and disaster relief efforts. Mr. Malcolm Ronald Hansen. Mrs. Valerie Mary Hansen is recognised for service to the community through voluntary roles. Mrs. Hansen's lifelong commitment to service has made a profound impact on various facets of community life, particularly in regional and rural areas. In 2020, she recognised the challenges faced by farmers facing drought in the Hawker region. She worked tirelessly to drive the donation, purchase and distribution of a collective 516 bales of hay, a critical resource for maintaining livestock during this time. Mrs. Hansen was also instrumental in organising a drought muster, working with Rotary clubs and businesses across the state to provide free food, entertainment, gifts and health checks for the Flinders Ranges community. Along with her husband Malcolm, Mrs. Hansen co-organises the Campbelltown Rotary Outback Experience, a long-running fundraising event that has raised $305,000 for the Royal Flying Doctor Service. For 25 years, Mrs. Hansen has been an indispensable figure as the camp coordinator and caterer for scientific field expeditions to remote areas by the Waterhouse Club, affiliated with the South Australian Museum. She has also shown great dedication to the Rotary Charity Shed, where she helps collect, sort and sell donated goods to fund various charitable projects. Mrs. Hansen's commitment has contributed to the successful raising of up to $80,000 a year for a range of local and international projects. Mrs. Valerie Mary Hansen. Mrs. Judith Margaret Hunter is recognised for service to the community of the Lefevre Peninsula. Mrs. Hunter has dedicated herself to the community of the Lefevre Peninsula for more than half a century through volunteering, educational pursuits and contributions to local sports. Her journey began in 1958 when she joined the Port Adelaide Meals on Wheels branch as a kitchen assistant and delivery driver, delivering meals and companionship to those in need. As a key member of the Caravan Club of South Australia, Mrs. Hunter fostered camaraderie and memorable experiences among its members. Sports enthusiasts on the peninsula recognise her as a long-term member of the Badminton Club, where she promoted fitness, friendly competition and a sense of belonging. Her dedication to faith is evident through 6 decades of service at the St Albans Church in Largs Bay, where she served in multiple roles, including as a lay reader, flower arranger, and choir member. She has actively participated in many other pursuits, including clubs such as Speaking Made Easy and the Current Affairs Club. Mrs. Judith Margaret Hunter. Mr. Douglas Herbert Kessler is recognised for service to cycling. As a young man, a chance sighting of a racing bike outside his parents' shop started Mr. Kessler's more than 6 decades-long commitment to the sport as a championship rider, event organiser, handicapper, referee and official. The bike's owner encouraged him to join the local Port Adelaide District's cycling club, which sparked his love of cycling and the freedom of the road. A temporary break from cycling saw him take up football and table tennis, for which he is also honoured. When a severe leg break forced him to give up active sport, Mr. Kessler continued to serve the sport for 47 years as an official, including for national events. Respected amongst riders from novices to professionals, his notable contributions include Chief Commissaire and Handicapper for the Tour of York Peninsula, a Handicapper and Chief Referee for the Tour Down Under support events, and accredited club and national referee for the Australian Veteran Cycling Council and the Adelaide Masters Cycling Club. Mr. Douglas Herbert Kessler. Mr. Reginal Ernest Palmer is recognised for service to primary and secondary education. Mr. Palmer has dedicated his professional life to teaching for more than 70 years, spanning the gamut of one-teacher schools in the bush to primary school principal and private tutoring. As the principal of the private Adelaide Hills Murraylands Education Centres, he continues to tutor students in reading, spelling, language and mathematics. During the 1970s, he was instrumental in introducing methodologies and resources to cater for all needs in reading and literacy in the education system. A foundation member and a former secretary of the Australian Literacy Educators Association of South Australia, he has also volunteered as a Justice of the Peace for the past 69 years. Throughout his career, Mr. Palmer has demonstrated a remarkable devotion to encouraging, motivating, teaching and caring for students. Mr. Reginald Ernest Palmer. Ms. Rona Evelyn Sacko is recognised for service to science education. Ms. Sacko has made a lifelong commitment to engaging children with science. A microbiologist by profession, she founded Junior Field Naturalists South Australia 40 years ago, wanting to inspire her then young children to share her passion for science and nature. Based at Bellevue Heights Primary School and still run by Ms. Sacko, the group harnesses children's curiosity and fascination with mammals, reptiles, birds, spiders and insects. The group also aims to foster an excitement and enthusiasm for the natural world through field trips and guest speakers. Many of the children have since gone on to careers in science. Ms. Sacko is also recognised for her contributions as a former coordinator of the CSIRO Double Helix Club, the Bright Sparks Science Club at the University of Adelaide, and chair of the South Australian National Science Week Committee. Her myriad awards include Community Science Educator of the Year, Children's Week Award, and the Unsung Hero of Science Communication. Ms. Rona Evelyn Sacko. Mr. Robin Peter Snowden is recognised for service to the community and to Australian rules football. Always ready to put people first, Mr. Snowden has made an indelible impact on myriad charitable organisations alongside his service as a football administrator. Known as a selfless, caring and compassionate leader, he has brought skills in senior management and leadership roles to make a difference to others. Under his chairmanship, the CFS Foundation significantly expanded its reach and capabilities to support volunteers affected during active duty. Shaped by his personal experience of overcoming Guillain-Barré syndrome, he serves as a director at ESTARA, formerly the Paraplegic and Quadriplegic Association of South Australia, and as a mentor and volunteer at the Hampstead and Repat Spinal Cord Injury Units. He is also honoured for his contributions to the Hutt Street Centre, the Specialised Assistance School for Youth Operation Flinders, and the Spark Disability Foundation. A former General Manager of Football Operations at the Port Adelaide and Sydney Swans football clubs, he is a member of the Port Adelaide Football Club Board and a chair of Power Community, the club's charity arm. Mr. Robin Peter Snowden. Your Excellency, that concludes the presentations for this morning.
Well, thank you, Official Secretary, and thank you, everyone. I mean, I'm sure you'll agree, it's been a pretty extraordinary 45 minutes, really, hearing of the outstanding service and the wonderful achievements. Today is, though, particularly special. It's not often that medals for gallantry are awarded, and particularly not ones that relate to service given and sacrifices made such a long time ago. And although Hugh mentioned, and those who are listening really carefully will have understood that this has come about in part because of advocacy by a Japanese World War II fighter pilot, I do want to acknowledge, it's a slightly unusual thing to do, I want to acknowledge him by name, Sakuro Sakai, and it's wonderful to have Air Chief Vice Marshal Jerry Van Leeuwen here today, representing Chief of Air Force. Those battles were a long time ago. Our relationship with Japan has come a long way, and in some respects, the reason behind today's ceremony is explained by that, just as this has contributed to it. So let's one final round of applause for all recipients today and for all of you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. If you are able, can I please ask you to be upstanding for the departure of Her Excellency and Mr. Bunton and the official party. Can I please ask recipients to remain in the room for the official photograph and for guests to join Her Excellency and Mr. Bunton in the drawing rooms for morning coffee. As I mentioned, there'll be the opportunity to come back into this room should you wish to take your own photographs afterwards. Thank you very much for your participation this morning.